Namato Ratana Tayasa. May I pay homage to Triple Zem, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. My respect goes to my parents and my teachers. Hello, good evening, everyone. So today is the 14th of February 2021. And this is one of the very important day. Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's to you all. Those who have received the gold, this red roses, please raise your hands. Those who have received some chocolates, raise your hands. And happy Valentine's. The day of love. And also known as a romantic day of romance, romantic love day. It's quite a bit of a story in the past before the lockdown, but because of the lockdown this year, we don't hear much the stories about the Valentines. Although people must be feeling of loneliness or not having a opportunity to share their roses and confectionaries. Hi everyone, hi Manish, hi Anish, Margaret, Simone, and everyone. So today is a Valentine's Day, the day dedicated towards the love. Before going into that detail, I would like to express my gratitude and thanks to Wadapon for her generous donation towards the center, 80 pounds, and Claire Hopner, who used to come for a meditation as and they offered also 100 pounds for the center, and Sterling Sheen 30 pounds, Chitra and Nigel Corby 50 pounds, and Madhuri Thakur for 50 pounds. So thank you very much on this occasion that you all have generously donated towards the center. Thank you for your love. Sadly, no one gave me a rose flower, no chocolates. Disappointing. So whoever has got the rose flowers on the occasion, happy Valentine's Day, Emma. Wow, Emma, you are the first person giving me this happy Valentine's Day message. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, everyone. So, in that occasion, I thought I will speak a little bit about the Valentine's Day and the concept of love that we all want to know and want to have. But my observation, I noticed that whenever the Valentine's Day happens, normally gentlemen will give a flower to ladies. Gentlemen give flowers or confectionaries to the ladies, and very few examples I have observed that the females or a woman is giving flowers or confectionaries to their loved ones. And on the Facebook, I noticed today everyone is just posting their partners and the partners giving a flower like that. And it's so beautiful. Right? And then Valentine's Day, although it is kind of a culture belongs to Catholic Christians, but over the period of a time it's become a part of a kind of a consumerism. And nowadays, although you do not believe in Christianity or you may be believing in different faiths, you will expect flowers from your husband or from your partner for you today. And if your partner or your husband do not give you a flower, then you may be upset for a few days. So it's been a culture of expression of love. Yeah. So, but anyway, and according to the Buddhism, love, particularly the romantic love, is not that much encouraged. But if you are happy, there is no objections with it too. Yeah, but again, there is in Buddhism more speaks about the unconditional love towards all sentient beings. But however, when we look at the Buddhist perspectives on about the love, normally we can look at in 4 different ways. One, it's called a Tanha, or the desire. And that desire, that is simply the desire to fulfill individuals' need. And this is how people want to have someone, and then I give you, so give me, and I expect your love, like that. And that is the desire. And this is more of in connection with the sexual relationship rather than the true understanding and caring and sharing nature. But here more of like a sexual fulfillment. It's called love like a desire. And desire-driven love says that cannot be last long. And then when a desire-driven love happens, it is more of a jealousy and worrying kind of mental state can develop. So that is the first one, is called a Tanha, or a desire-driven love. And the second one is called Pema. Pema, actually in Asian, like in India or Nepal, Pema is a prem. That means love. That is again, you express your love to someone else. So the first one is desire, you fulfill by having them, or fulfilling your desire by having a relationship with that person or that thing. Whereas Pema is you give, you express your love towards somebody, and then here you are giving full attention to that person. And sometimes that person may not love you, but because of your persuasion or continuation of giving a love and caring and sharing, gradually that may develop into a love, and a relationship develops, and that's how this prem can happen, right? And this is, although there is a relationship with the sexual relationship, but the sexual relationship becomes the minor, but your love towards that person will be the majority here, as a main driving force towards that love. There's another concept is called Metta, and here Metta is similar to Metta, and the Metta here is with having a true love, and you truly love someone without expecting anything in return from it, from them, and this is the Metta or Metta. And this love is kind of a unconditional love. You are giving your love to that person. Sorry. So this is the Metta. And the simile is given is like, suppose you go to visit the garden, visit a garden, and then after you visited the garden, even here in Aberdeen we have a rose garden in Hazelhead, In this beautiful rose garden, you will find various of different kinds of roses in that rose garden. And now when you look at the roses, so beautiful, and you have a desire to have it, you have a desire to take it home, and the very moment when you take that flower, basically you are reducing the life of that flower. So you are taking for yourself, fulfilling your desire. That becomes the first type of a love, desire to fulfill your needs. And you want to keep it for yourself. And as you keep for yourself, this flower's lifespan becomes less, because it's not connected to the roots, and it won't feed this flower to live more days. And the beauty of the flower will fade gradually. So that is similar to someone who love. Suppose someone who is fall in love with a lady, a beautiful lady, and now if he tries to take only for his desire to fulfill, and only locking herself in his own arena, then that is known as you are not making her full potential to blossom. And that is not the true love. But the true love is like you let this flower be in the garden, and you admire the beauty of this flower. So like a good partner or a good husband simply praise in whichever situation they are in, or wherever she is. He will be adoring and admiring her beauty, and let her flow in the in this kind of around, so not controlling her beauty for only oneself. So when you let her as she is, accepting as she is, and letting her to be as she is, and respecting who she is, and this is the true respectful love. The very moment when you have that, then there is no anything expected in return, but you will get more happiness to yourself, and as well as to a person that you are loving. So these three are still engaged in the worldly affairs and worldly matters, that dealing with the relationship and dealing with the connections, and how you express your love and how you deal with the love, like that. And the last one, which is the Chanda, and this is the Chanda in a sense that the Chanda here means desire, but this is a positive desire. And this desire is towards not the worldly affairs, not the worldly successful in a relationship, but this love is in relation to the liberation. You are looking towards the liberation. So although you are married together and living together, but both are practicing in accordance with the teachings properly, and both have got the same faith, and practicing similar morality, and have a same kind of generosity and wisdom, and with this you are engaging in this path to the liberation, to the ultimate happiness. So when we look at these, the concept of love, it seems like doesn't relate to so-called Valentine's Day. But however, Valentine's Day was probably 2,000 years old tradition, celebrating the Saint Valentine's. And again, there are so many different folk tales about it and how it developed. And then gradually, according to the history, it suggests that it was gradually developed from 13 or 14 centuries, and in the 18th century it became widely accepted in England, in the community. So that's why So Colin say the love is a fear of being alone. Oh, that is quite a very strong saying. Conscious love, Yvonne said. Yes, that's a conscious love. And a love is a fear of being alone. That is quite a big subject. Yeah, and if we think about this love as being afraid of being alone, then that is basically wanting to have somebody by side of you, by you, for the comfort and happiness. So again, when you look at the Buddha's teachings again further, we see that nothing happens, or love doesn't happen without any cause. So according to the Buddha's teachings, again we have to understand the law of karma here, action, and there are two causes appears. One is called a past cause, and the second is called a present cause. In terms of the past cause, and that means we probably had been together in the past, and somehow we had the two person had a good sense of a relationship and a caring and believing together, and both have got the similar connotation of, okay, I love you, you love me, like that. So with this, when they reborn in this life, even a one first glance of looking at that person, automatically you feel the connection with, it's like a déjà vu. Immediately you feel a connection, and immediately you feel wanting to be, and that's the kind of a first love, and a kind of a déjà vu. It happens, and this is simply because of the caring and sharing nature. But having said that, it is not just the only cause for falling in love with somebody, but there is another cause which is called a present cause, and this present cause is basically living together, working together, and helping one another. So being simply living together, or working in one place, and both working and somehow both are helping one another in different ways. Like yesterday I was watching a small clip about the restaurant. In that restaurant, the manager was bullying one lady who was very poor, and meantime there was one chef who was very kind and who was helping this lady chef, who was always bullied by the manager. And over the period of time, although initially she didn't like him, she didn't have any intention to fall in love, or intention to talk to that guy, but over the period of a time working together, and gradually whenever the manager is bullying her, this guy is there to support, to care, and then to give some form of confidence. And with that, gradually she falls into love with him, and he also feeling of this affection generates, and gradually fall in love together. So this is the present cause, which doesn't need to have the past cause. In this present cause, that is simply having a caring heart to one another and a sharing nature, and with that, love can flourish. Love can flourish. Colin said, love can cause delusional thoughts. Yes, if that love is regarding the tanha, then just to fulfill your individual needs, then quite often it takes into the delusional thoughts. Okay, and that delusional thought obviously is not helpful for us. Okay, not helpful for us. So that's why the love, we have to understand that according to the Buddha's perspective, the unconditional love is the state of the mind that hasn't got any form of attachment towards that person, okay, or towards the views. So unconditional love is free from attachment to that person, and that is the true love. And in that case, we have to increase the sense of generosity, increase the sense of practicing the ethical moral practices, and then a sense of sharing, kind of ability to share and care one another. And meanwhile, we have to have wisdom at all the time. Further on, what we can see from the Buddhist point of view, that people always think about someone else and love others and spend a lot of time loving others and always forget to love their own oneself. So that's why love oneself is the main key. And that's what the Buddha's advice is: be your own island. Yeah? And yesterday and a few days ago, I was also reading out from the scripture that be your own island. So love your own self first before you're loving to others. When you leave your happiness onto somebody else, then you will never be happy, because someone or somebody who is always be in change. Their emotion will be changed, their attitude will be changed, their thought will be changed. So the change is constant there. And as a result of that, if you are leaving your happiness on them, then you won't be happy at all. Constantly you will be checking on them whether they are doing it, or whether they are keeping themselves in a safe place or not. Suppose you are falling in love with someone and you are not living together. You always be having a fear that that person, whether talking to somebody or having an affair with someone, or always constantly you are delusionally you're thinking, as Colin said, delusionally thinking that your partner is always having if he is not returning back home on time, you will be thinking that, oh, he probably or she probably has got someone else outside of the marriage or outside of your relationship. And with that, again, there's some form or another form is always happening, this problem. Okay? So that's why we have to overcome from that. And he's saying that love is just an emotion. Okay, so love is emotion, but again, there are not just the emotion. We have to think in a different forms as well, that a love can be very crucial and then very important to bring happiness and harmony in a society. Okay, and then the Colin further said that accept the person and don't be judgmental, like brotherly or sisterly love. That is the love called unconditional love. Okay? When you have that sense of a love, then you will have happiness. So that's why the further on Buddha instructed that in order to have a happy life, there are 4 qualities should have in both partners. Number 1 is having a confidence in one another equally. You have no hidden agendas or hidden thoughts. You both have faith. You believe in your partner completely. So it's called a samasaddha. You have a complete faith in your partner that he or she is truly in love with you. Okay? And then a second is called samasila. So both has to practice equal rules, equal ethical practices. And when you are both practicing equally in accordance with the, let's say, basic term of 5 precepts, then there won't be any troubles at all. There won't be any relationship outside of your relationship. All what you will do is to make your partner much confidence in you. And then the third one is called the chaga, ability to forgive and forget. And this is a very, very important. In a relationship, you have to give your ears more than your mind, your mouth. If you are talking too much, then it creates more friction. But if you listen more, one another, and understanding the situation, understanding the conditions, then you will be able to forgive and forget. And this forgetting is one of the very key in order to live a happy relationship for further in the future. Normally, we don't want to forgive, and whenever we can't forgive one another, then relationship can't go further. Yvonne said that two people can consciously grow in love as well. That's right, yeah. So that's all. And then the last one I would like to end here with. We don't have much time. So last one is called having a equal wisdom, understanding the balance, and a balanced mind, and an ability to understand one another. Sometimes your partner may come back home a little late, and that's probably due to the rain, due to the bus, due to the traffic, or due to stuck with the people on the way back home. Or sometimes he forgot to bring you a rose, like today, Valentine's Day, and he forgot to bring you a rose or any presents to you. And there must be something, other reasons. So you have this capability to reflect and ability to accept the situation that you are in, or that person is in. And sometimes, anything can happen in different ways. In those situations, very important is to forgive and forget. And once you have these qualities, and ability to comprehend and reflect and have a full awareness, and once both have got these four qualities in them, then obviously, that's right, Margaret, sticking together through goods and a bad time. So that is the main key, and that leads to the good relationship until the end. And these days we can see why they can't live for a long time, and that's simply because they can't accept, they can't forgive, they can't bear, and that's how the relationship breaks. And according to Buddhism, there is no problem if you want to have a divorce, although Buddhism doesn't encourage people to have a friction and divisions, but if you decided to have it, no problem. All right, then. So at the end, I will end with the words that Anish said. It is very hard for women. We love to say more than listen. That's right. So learn to listen more than talk. All right. So today is the topic of love. And may you all have a good relationship and a happy relationship forever, forever. And may you be happy, and you have a happy ending forever. This is my blessings, okay? With this, I will end here for tonight's talk, and in a few moments' time, we will have an evening chanting and guided meditation. You're most welcome to join with us. So, may you all be well and happy. May the Buddha Dhamma Sangha bless you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.